I'm Gelbart555, and today I'm continuing my series of MASH retro reviews with Season 5, Episode 11, Hawkeye Get Your Gun. So the title happens to be a homage to the musical Annie Get Your Gun. And, well, Hawkeye needs to get his gun because him and Colonel Potter are going to aid a South Korean military hospital that is near enemy lines, so he needs to take his service weapon with him. And Hawkeye is not happy about it. And that's something we see about Hawkeye frequently in Master. He does not like guns. He poured cement down a howitzer once. He replaces Frank's gun with a plunger in 5 o'clock Charlie. And I believe multiple times with both water pistols and lighters. He also, in Goodbye Farrell Men, the final episode / movie, the television movie, he drives the tank away because he's sick of the camp getting shelled with it. So that is something that is constant about Hawkeye's character. He does not like guns. And so, when him and Colonel Potter are forced to fire their weapons because they're being shelled and targeted by snipers, of course Hawkeye's not taking care. Though at the same time, you think he would take care to make sure he doesn't accidentally shoot someone besides just yelling that he's firing. I'm just saying. Of course, Colonel Potter's not much better in this situation because he also did not really... For a cavalryman, he should have done better. But then again, both him and Hawkeye were drunk because they found that Klinger had filled one of their canteens up with some alcohol on the return journey, so they started drinking and driving and shooting guns. Yeah, that's a very good combination, but man, does it fulfill American stereotypes. No, seriously, it does fulfill lots of European stereotypes about Americans. Drinking, driving, shooting guns. However, speaking of stereotypes, the B plot of this episode revolves around stereotyping as well. It's Klinger's attempt to get out of the army. This time, he's pretending to be a gypsy. Now, there's a lot of stereotypes about gypsies, and Klinger uses them. Or should I say the writers use them in Klinger's portrayal. Now, how much of the stereotypes about gypsies is accurate to the actual Romani culture? I honestly don't know. I don't know. Europeans have probably told me they're all correct. At least the ones who are terminally online and on Reddit. Those are I see a lot of racism, prejudice against the Romani from Europeans on Reddit. Don't know what it is with that platform. Don't know what it is. But what I truly do want to convey is that even though the writers are relying on stereotypes, those stereotypes would make sense for Klinger to use in his portrayal because he's most likely in his mind, if we're getting the mind of the characters rather than the mind of the writers, making up his portrayal based off of what he's seen in movies, in comics, in books, in not TV shows in the 50s, not quite, but like the media that Klinger was exposed to would have shown those gypsy stereotypes, so it makes sense that those stereotypes is what he's going to employ in order to pretend to be a gypsy to get out of the army, as on Section 8. Or is it actually on diplomatic immunity because he also claims that he's the king of the gypsies and he concocts the whole story to try to justify that. It's all false, mind you, but you can see it's another scheme of him to get out of the army. And he's using stereotypes that he's familiar with about a culture that is generally looked down upon by a lot of people because of said stereotypes. So it's quite interesting how that fits in with the other one unintentionally because I'm thinking about how people view Americans and drinking, guns, and yeah. Yeah, that's what a lot of people think about Americans. Online, at least. Who knows how things are totally in real life? I've not been to Europe yet to confirm any which way, but I do know how people claiming to be European act online regarding stereotypes of both Americans and the Romani. And both of them are based off of the stereotypes. The stereotypes that get attention. Not the stereotypes that no one notices or the people who don't fulfill them. But that's all I got to say. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching my latest retro review. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a like. Also, consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I hope to see you for my very next video.